Have you ever walked into your bathroom, expecting that fresh, clean scent, only to be hit with a stubborn whiff of urine that just won't quit? You scrub, you spray, you light candles, but the odor lingers like an unwelcome guest, stealing the comfort of your sanctuary. If you're an older woman, doctors are sounding the alarm. 6 common bathroom mistakes could be the culprit, and you might not even realize you're making them. Stay with us until the end to uncover these sneaky habits and learn simple, dignity-restoring fixes that will transform your bathroom into the fresh, inviting haven you deserve, because your home should reflect the pride and love you pour into it every day. Before we begin, I would appreciate it if you like this video. You can help me continue to spread the old age lesson. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like this video, please comment number 1. If you don't like it, comment number 0 to let me know, so I can make a better video for you. Now let's get started. 1. Ignoring the toilet's secret hiding spot. Picture this. You've just finished scrubbing the toilet bowl until it gleams like a polished gem. The porcelain sparkles, and you're ready to check clean bathroom off your to-do list. But there's a sneaky area you're likely ignoring, the toilet space, where it meets the floor. This often neglected spot is a magnet for grime, and it's probably mocking your cleaning efforts right now. I learned this lesson the hard way during a chaotic weekend hosting my 3 young grandchildren. Their energy filled the house with joy, but after they left, the bathroom carried a faint, persistent odor that I couldn't pinpoint. I scrubbed the bowl, wiped down the tank, and even washed the shower curtain, but the smell lingered like an unwelcome house guest. Frustrated, I decided to investigate further. Armed with a flashlight, I got down on my creaky knees, a feat in itself at my age, and peered at the base of the toilet. What I saw was a cleaning wake-up call, a grim collection of dust bunnies, stray hairs, and a faint yellowish ring encircling the base. It was as if the toilet had been keeping a dirty little secret all along. Why it happens? Experts, including microbiologists and cleaning professionals, explain that the base of the toilet is a prime spot for contamination. Small splashes of urine, especially in households with men or young boys, can drip down the sides of the toilet during use. These droplets settle at the base, seeping into the porous grout of tiled floors or collecting in the crevices of vinyl flooring. Over time, the combination of urine, dust, and moisture creates a breeding ground for bacteria, which produces a stubborn odor that no amount of air freshener can mask. If the toilet bolts or caulk are loose, the problem worsens, as liquids can seep underneath, creating a hidden reservoir of filth. The solution: to tackle this, commit to cleaning the toilet base at least once a week. Here's a step-by-step approach. Gather your tools. You'll need a microfiber cloth, warm water, an enzyme-based disinfectant, like a pet odor eliminator, which breaks down organic matter, and a pair of gloves to keep things sanitary. Prep the area. Lay down an old towel to catch drips and make cleanup easier. Clean thoroughly. Dampen the cloth with warm water and a few drops of the disinfectant. Wipe around the base, paying special attention to the bolts and the seam where the toilet meets the floor. For stubborn stains or grout, use an old toothbrush to scrub gently. Dry and inspect. Use a dry cloth to wipe away excess moisture, as dampness can encourage bacterial growth. Check for loose caulk or bolts, and consider resealing if needed to prevent future seepage. For those with mobility challenges, bending down can feel like an Olympic event. I found that a long-handled scrubber, designed for seniors or those with limited flexibility, is a game changer. These tools, often available at home goods stores or online, have angled heads that reach tight spaces without requiring you to contort your body. Alternatively, a handheld steam cleaner with a narrow attachment can blast away grime with minimal effort. Since adopting this routine every Sunday, my bathroom smells as fresh as a spring morning after a rain. The odor that once haunted me is gone, and I feel a quiet sense of triumph every time I inspect that sparkling base. Trust me, once you tackle this hidden spot, you'll wonder how you ever overlooked it. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. 2. Those cozy toilet mats? They're betraying you. There's something undeniably comforting about a plush toilet mat hugging the base of your toilet. For years, I cherished mine, a soft, lavender-colored mat that perfectly complemented my bathroom's decor. It felt like a warm embrace under my bare feet, especially on chilly mornings. But that mat, which I thought was a hallmark of a well-kept bathroom, was secretly betraying me. The truth hit me one morning when I dropped my reading glasses near the toilet. As I bent down to retrieve them, a faint, sour smell wafted up from the mat. I pulled it back, expecting a minor dust buildup, but what I found was far worse. The underside was discolored, and the odor was potent enough to make me recoil. My beloved mat had been harboring a dirty secret, and I'd been blissfully unaware. Why it happens? Cleaning experts and doctors point out that fluffy toilet mats are notorious for trapping odors and bacteria. Urine splashes, particularly in households with men or children, land on the mat's fibers, which are absorbed like a sponge. The mat's proximity to the toilet base, where drips and splashes are common, makes it a prime target. Over time, bacteria and mold can take hold, especially if the mat isn't washed frequently. Even machine-washable mats can retain odors if not cleaned thoroughly, as the fibers cling to organic matter. The result? A bathroom that smells less than fresh, no matter how often you clean the visible surfaces. The solution? It was hard to part with my plush mat, but I knew it was time for a change. Here are some practical alternatives to keep your bathroom odor-free. Switch to a rubber-backed mat. Opt for a thin, machine-washable mat with a non-porous rubber backing. These mats are easier to clean and less likely to trap moisture. Place the mat a few inches away from the toilet base to minimize splash exposure. I now use a sleek, washable mat that I toss in the laundry weekly, and it's been a game changer. Go mat-free. If you're ready to ditch mats altogether, consider wearing cozy, washable slippers in the bathroom. This keeps your feet comfortable without introducing a potential odor trap. I keep a pair of soft slippers by the bathroom door, and they've become my new luxury. Clean regularly. If you can't part with your mat, commit to washing it at least once a week in hot water with a splash of vinegar to neutralize odors. Shake it out daily to dislodge dust and hair, and inspect the floor underneath for any signs of moisture or discoloration. Making this switch felt like a small sacrifice, but the payoff was immense. My bathroom now smells as inviting as my morning coffee brewing in the kitchen. If you're still clinging to a fluffy toilet mat, it's time to reconsider. Your nose, and your peace of mind, will thank you for it. 3. Flushing with the lid up. A mist of regret. This mistake is one I'm embarrassed to admit I made for decades. Like many, I used to flush the toilet with the lid up, thinking nothing of it. The satisfying whoosh of water felt like a job well done. But when I learned the truth about what happens during an open-lid flush, I was horrified, and my bathroom habits changed overnight. Why it happens? Every time you flush with the lid up, a phenomenon known as the toilet plume occurs. This is a fine, invisible mist of water droplets that sprays into the air, carrying with it tiny particles of urine, fecal matter, and bacteria. Studies, including those conducted by microbiologists, show that this plume can travel up to 6 feet, landing on nearby surfaces like your toothbrush, hand towels, soap dispenser, and even your favorite skincare products. In small bathrooms, where space is tight, the risk is even higher. Over time, these microscopic deposits contribute to a lingering odor and a less than sanitary environment, no matter how often you clean. I still cringe thinking about my old habits. I used to keep my toothbrush on the counter, just a few feet from the toilet, blissfully unaware that it was being dusted with toilet plume particles. No wonder my bathroom sometimes had a faint, unplaceable smell, even after a deep clean. It was like living in a germy snow globe, and I was the unwitting star. The solution? The fix for this is simple but transformative. Here's how to break the cycle. Always flush with the lid down. Make it a non-negotiable rule in your household. It takes a second to close the lid, but it drastically reduces the spread of the toilet plume. If you're worried about forgetting, place a small sticky note on the toilet tank as a reminder until the habit sticks. Upgrade your toilet. If your toilet lacks a lid, common in some older or commercial models, consider investing in a new seat with a lid. Most are easy to install with basic tools, and the cost is minimal compared to the hygiene benefits. I replaced an old lidless seat in my guest bathroom, and it was a quick, satisfying upgrade. Protect nearby items. Relocate your toothbrush, towels, and other personal items to a drawer, cabinet, or closed container. I now store my toothbrush in a small case inside a drawer, and it gives me peace of mind knowing it's safe from stray particles. For hand towels, I swap them out every couple of days and wash them in hot water to keep them fresh. Ventilate and clean. Ensure your bathroom has good ventilation to disperse any lingering particles. Run the exhaust fan during and after flushing, or crack a window if possible. Regularly disinfect surfaces like the counter and sink, as they can accumulate plume particles over time. Adopting these changes felt like lifting a fog from my bathroom. The air feels cleaner, the faint odors are gone, and I no longer worry about invisible germs settling on my belongings. It's a small adjustment with a big impact, like clearing the air after a thunderstorm. Your bathroom, and your health, this kind of care. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. 4. The underside of the seat, a hidden offender. Picture this. You've just given your bathroom a good once-over. The toilet bowl gleams, the seat sparkles under the light, and you're ready to declare victory. But the sneaky culprit is smirking at our efforts, the underside of the toilet seat and the rim's hidden crevices. These overlooked areas are notorious for harboring odors, germs, and urine residue, turning your freshly cleaned bathroom into a deceptive source of stale smells. I learned this lesson the hard way during a cleaning session with my granddaughter, who, with the curiosity of a 5-year-old, insisted we check everywhere. When she helped me pop off the toilet seat, I was mortified. The grime, yellowed residue, and faint whiff of neglect under there made me blush. How had I missed this hot spot for so long? The underside of the seat and the rim's nooks are where bacteria and odors set up camp, thriving in the warm, moist environment of the bathroom. Urine splashes, skin cells, and even tiny bits of fecal matter can accumulate in these areas, especially in households with children, men, or frequent guests. According to Dr. Lisa Ackerley, a UK-based hygiene expert, these spots are among the most neglected in bathroom cleaning routines, yet they're critical for maintaining a fresh and sanitary space. The good news? Tackling this hidden offender is simpler than you might think, and the payoff is immense. Make this a weekly ritual. Start by checking if your toilet seat is designed for easy removal. Most modern seats have quick-release hinges or bolts that pop off with a gentle tug or a twist. If you're unsure, consult your toilet's manual or look up the model online for guidance. Once the seat is off, arm yourself with a disinfectant spray, a bleach-based cleaner works wonders, or a natural alternative like a 1:1 mix of white vinegar and water with a sprinkle of baking soda for extra scrubbing power. Use a stiff bristled brush or an old toothbrush to scrub every crevice, paying special attention to the hinges and the rim where the flush valve releases water. These spots are magnets for grime, and a quick wipe won't cut it. Rinse with a damp cloth, dry thoroughly to prevent mold, and snap the seat back into place. This 5-minute task transforms your bathroom from subtly stale to sparkling clean. The first time I did it, I stood back and felt a surge of pride, as if I'd polished a cherished heirloom passed down through generations. The air felt lighter, the bathroom brighter, and I knew I'd conquered a hidden enemy. To keep odors at bay long-term, consider adding a weekly spritz of an odor-neutralizing spray, like Febreze or a homemade mix of water, vinegar, and essential oils, to the underside after cleaning. If your bathroom is prone to heavy use, bump this ritual up to twice a week. Trust me, once you make this a habit, you'll never skip it again. It's like discovering a secret weapon in your cleaning arsenal. 5. Incontinence products. Handle with care. Let's have an honest conversation, because this topic touches so many lives and deserves to be discussed with compassion and clarity. If you or a loved one relies on incontinence pads, liners, or briefs, improper disposal can quietly turn your bathroom into an odor hotspot, eroding the sense of freshness you work so hard to maintain. I made this mistake early on when caring for a family member. Thinking a lidded trash bin was enough, I tossed used pads into the regular bathroom garbage. At first, the smell was subtle, a faint, nagging whiff I couldn't pinpoint. But over a few days, it grew bolder, creeping into the air and stealing my confidence. I felt embarrassed, as if I'd let my home's dignity slip through my fingers. Dr. Jennifer Wu, a New York-based urologist, emphasizes that incontinence products, while lifesavers for comfort and independence, can become sources of odor and bacteria if not handled properly. The materials in pads and liners are designed to absorb moisture, but that same absorbency traps odors, especially in a warm, humid bathroom. The solution lies in a few simple, dignity-preserving steps that make a world of difference. First, invest in a small, dedicated trash bin with a tight sealing lid, ideally one designed for sanitary products or diapers. Place it discreetly in your bathroom, away from heat sources like radiators that can amplify smells. Line the bin with a deodorizing trash bag. Brands like Arm & Hammer or Glad Odor Shield are excellent choices, or sprinkle a layer of baking soda at the bottom to neutralize odors. For an extra layer of protection, seal each used pad or liner in a small, scented plastic bag, like diaper disposal bags or even dog waste bags, before tossing it into the bin. This double barrier approach locks in odors and keeps your bathroom fresh. Empty the bin daily, or twice daily in warmer climates or busier households, to prevent any buildup. If you're on a budget, you can create a DIY solution. Use a small lidded container, like a coffee can or a plastic storage bin, and line it with regular trash bags sprinkled with baking soda or a few drops of tea tree oil for its natural antibacterial properties. For added odor control, consider placing an odor-absorbing product like a charcoal deodorizer or a gel-based air freshener near the bin. These steps are small but powerful acts of self-care, like wrapping yourself in a warm blanket of dignity. They ensure your bathroom remains a sanctuary, not a source of stress. Beyond the practical, there's an emotional weight to getting this right. When I started using these methods, I felt a quiet relief, as if I'd reclaimed control over my space and my peace of mind. You're not alone in this journey. Millions of people manage incontinence with grace, and these strategies are tools to help you do the same. If you're caring for someone else, these steps also show love and respect, creating a cleaner, more comfortable environment for everyone. Keep a stash of supplies, bags, baking soda, disinfectant wipes, in a bathroom caddy for convenience, and you'll find this routine becomes second nature, lifting your spirits with every fresh, odor-free day. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 3 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. 6. The wall behind the toilet, an overlooked culprit. Here's a question most of us never ask. When was the last time you cleaned the wall behind your toilet? If you're drawing a blank, you're not alone. I certainly didn't think about it until a marathon deep cleaning day forced me to confront the truth. I'd scrubbed the toilet, mopped the floor, and polished the sink, yet a faint, stubborn odor lingered, mocking my efforts. On a whim, I grabbed a microfiber cloth soaked in a vinegar water mix and wiped down the wall behind the toilet. To my shock, the cloth came away streaked with faint yellow stains, and the smell began to fade almost instantly. That wall, silent and unassuming, had been harboring the culprit all along. Dr. Charles Gerba, a microbiologist known as Dr. Germ, notes that the wall behind the toilet is a prime target for urine splashes, especially in households with men or boys who may not always aim with precision. These splashes dry into invisible residues that cling to the wall's surface, creating a subtle but persistent stench over time. In bathrooms with poor ventilation or textured walls, the problem can worsen, as odors get trapped and amplified. The fix, thankfully, is straightforward and deeply satisfying, like solving a mystery in your own home. Make it a weekly habit. Mix a solution of 1 part white vinegar to 1 part water in a spray bottle, or use a mild disinfectant like a diluted all-purpose cleaner. Avoid harsh chemicals like bleach on painted walls, as they can damage the finish. Grab a microfiber cloth or a sponge for its superior grime-grabbing texture, and lightly mist the wall behind the toilet, focusing on the area directly above the bowl, about 12 to 18 inches up, depending on your toilet's height. Wipe in circular motions to lift any dried residue, and don't be surprised if your cloth picks up more than you expect. For textured walls, use a soft bristled brush to gently scrub stubborn spots. Finish with a dry cloth to prevent streaks or moisture buildup, which can lead to mold in humid bathrooms. If your bathroom has tiles or a backsplash behind the toilet, pay extra attention to the grout lines, where urine can seep and linger. A paste of baking soda and water, applied with an old toothbrush, works wonders for deep cleaning grout. For ongoing maintenance, keep a pack of disinfectant wipes in your bathroom for quick touch-ups between deep cleans. This small effort, 5 minutes at most, feels like a quiet victory, as if you've reclaimed your home's freshness one swipe at a time. To prevent future buildup, consider installing a splash guard or a peel-and-stick vinyl backsplash behind the toilet for easier cleaning. If you have young boys, a fun trick is to place a small target, like a dissolvable toilet bowl sticker, in the bowl to encourage better aim. These proactive steps, combined with regular wall wipes, keep odors at bay and your bathroom feeling like a pristine retreat. The first time I tackled that wall, I stood back and breathed deeply, savoring the clean, untainted air. It was a reminder that sometimes the smallest changes make the biggest impact. And there you have it, dear friends. 6 bathroom mistakes that could be stealing the freshness from your home, and the simple, heartfelt steps to take back control. Your bathroom is more than a room. It's a reflection of your care, your pride, and your sanctuary. So, tell us, what have you learned today? Maybe it's the lid-down flush rule or the trick to tackling that sneaky toilet base. Drop a comment below and share one thing you've learned and plan to put into practice in your life. It might just inspire someone else. If you found this video helpful, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more tips to live cleaner, wiser, and better. Here's to fresh bathrooms and even fresher spirits.